Hello everyone, welcome into my craft space. Today we're gonna have a play with some of these junk mail envelopes because I don't know about you guys, but this was just from one mail. One set of mail, one day's worth of mail. It was ridiculous. So I figured I better find something to do with these before they just continue to pile up some more. So I have three different kinds. I have this one with two windows here, and then we have one with a really big window, and then I have one with just a little tiny window. So I've cut them in half, kind of just at the area above the window on here, and I'm gonna put some Graphic 45 paper is the paper collection I will be using. So I've cut one of each style in half, and we're just gonna have a play here. So if you cut them in half, I'm gonna go ahead and open it right here, just along this little seam. And then we'll put this back together so it will still be a pocket once we're done. But we're just going to decorate the inside here first. And if you're not very good with your scissors, I'm not doing so great today, you can just use a little paper trimmer, just trim along that edge there. But it is just going to glue right back together, so no worries. Okay. So we've got our window. We have a lot of things we can do with the window. I love working with the window, but I think on this one, I'm just going to put these pens in here. It's not gonna quite fit. I thought I cut it just right. So I'm gonna put it up there, and then I'll put a little piece of washi tape or something down there. And I've got something fun planned for the other ones. This one's gonna be fun too, but not quite as fun as the other ones. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my glue and glue that in, and then down here I'm gonna put a little piece of washi tape, I think. So we'll just put some glue. I hope everyone has been doing well this summer. It's been kind of warm in a lot of areas. I like a little bit of heat, but not a lot. Okay, so that mostly covers up our window here. That is a way bigger window than what I had thought it was, but that's okay because I do have a little bit of washi tape we can put at the bottom. I think that'll do it. This is a little bit wider than what we need, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and use this washi on the front as well. Eek, gotta find where it opens. There we go. So we'll just put this right in the spot that didn't get everything it needed. And hopefully it will not show very much on the front. Okay, so let's take a peek at what we've got going on here. I think that is pretty neat. So this is gonna ultimately make a little pocket. And we can just glue this right back up together. I'm just gonna go ahead and put some glue at the bottom here. And then when this closes, we'll close right there. And then we'll put glue where the envelope would normally be glued. And you don't have to take it apart like that. You can just cut your paper and slide it in the little pocket. I think it's just easier to have it like that, open. And then we'll go ahead and put a little notch up here so we know it's a pocket. My circle punch has been being a little feisty lately. There we go. You don't have to put a notch if you don't want to. I kind of like it. So let's see. Now we can put some washi down here at the bottom. I think that will be kind of cool, actually. This washi is from Prima, and I absolutely love it. And depending on what you're going to do with your pocket, mine will just be glued in. It won't be a floating pocket. So I don't really have to worry about the back side, but you could very easily just decorate the back side and it would fit in any of your pockets because it's relatively thin. All right, and so no pocket of mine would be complete without some ink. So let's get some ink. Found the ink we need. So I've got some Rusty Hinge, that's an oxide, some ground espresso, that's an oxide, and then some distressed ink in tea dye. And we'll just have a little play and see what we can do here. Ink dauber. Just go ahead and color these up a little bit. And actually, first what we could do, let's put some ink on this block and just kind of blot it on there. So just squish some ink on here and squirt some water. And then our design is on the inside, so it's not going to hurt our design. We can go ahead and drip, we can drop, we can splat and blot and all the fun things. And I love that. And we can kind of soak up some of this ink with one of the other ones here. There we go. And then now that I've got a little bit of base color on there, I'm going to come in and add some more. Just trying to get rid of that white color so that it blends in with the paper that I've got here. Now if you're somebody who doesn't really like to do this inked look, don't worry, you don't have to. You can just leave that out. All right, now let's go in with just a little bit of this ground espresso and see how that looks around the edges. Just going to add some contrast. Liking that. And we can add a little more around here as well. Okay, and since this is a much darker color, I have this kind of stamp. I'm not sure where I got it. I'm gonna use, maybe I want to use this one. I'll just put it right there like it's someone's signature or something. I think that's kind of fun. I think I kind of want to use this one eventually too here, so we'll just play with a few of these stamps. Now this one hasn't been used, so I'm just going to kind of rub my hand on it, my arm, whatever. You just kind of want to prime it a little bit. Add some ink here. I could do this in black ink, but I think this ground espresso will be okay. We'll try to get rid of this print that's over here that was on the envelope. Just put a little signature right there. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks fun. And then we could also do some little splatter of this ground espresso. This is maybe a little more brush than I need, but that's all right. Yeah, I'm kind of losing my color in this brush. I think I have a smaller one somewhere. There we go, I do. Let's try again. We can always come back and do some black splattering at the end with some gesso. So we will remember to do that. Oops, I just locked this. There we go. getting some splatters going. Alright, that is going to make a really fun pocket page. And I do like this back here behind the little notch, but we'll color it in brown so it's not quite so in your face. The little pattern there. So we'll just add a little bit of that. There we go. So there is one pocket. Now we're going to try something fun. I've never tried this before, so we're just going to learn together and see how it goes. We'll set that aside to dry. And we're going to use one of these other window ones right here. Maybe we'll start with the smallish one just to see what it's like. So we've got it like this. I'm going to go ahead and open it again. And again, you can use a trimmer, you can use your scissors, you could just snip it off with like a little box cutter blade. However you like to do your little slits here. Okay, so I've got just some regular old packaging tape, clear packaging tape, and some of these metallic flakes. This one is Sparkling is what it's called. This is by Prima. And I love these. It's like gold and silver. So I'm not entirely sure of my plan, but I think it's just to put this on here, kind of spread it around the window, not get all one color. Let's see, I want it to be on the window plastic there. And maybe one more piece of this down here, just kind of vary it up a little bit. And then we're going to put a piece of tape over it and seal it in. Hopefully it'll look really neat throughout the window. So just a little piece of tape right over those flakes. Almost reminds me of Hershey Kiss wrappers. Alright, yeah, that looks kind of neat. We could add some glitter in there. Maybe I'll do that on the next one. Do some gold flakes and glitter. Just going to trim off that little bit of tape. And now that's all sealed in there. So that's kind of fun. And we could put this inside out like this if we want to, if you like this design better. It's kind of crazy and fun. In fact, let's just do it. We'll go ahead and put it like this. So we're gonna go ahead and glue it back together. We'll glue the bottom. And the part where I cut it here, since we turned it inside out, may need to be straightened out. So you can always use a trimmer and just straighten it out. Let's see, let's glue this. We should glue this in first. There we go. So I'm going to put this in here and then glue where the envelope glue is. And that will glue it here. And again, if you glue this into a book, you're not going to see the back side of this, so it will be okay. The one thing about doing it this way is you kind of lose sight of where that window is, but I think it's kind of fun actually. And I cut this like to match here, but I don't think we're going to need it to do that. Maybe what I'll do is just tear out one or two of these pens and just put it on this side. We'll just kind of decorate it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little notch. You don't always have to notch them, but I kind of like the notch. Kind of lets you know it's a pocket if something's going on. I said I think I need to sharpen this. There we go. let's go ahead and add some ink. Ooh, one other thing. It's almost like spring loaded, so I like to close it back up before you have these metal flakes all over everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oops, add some ink here. We'll just add it all around. This is Rusty Hinge and it's in the oxides. I think it's really fun with this gold and silver actually. And we'll open this up. Let's see this in here. You can put washi right inside of your pocket here if it's like, you know, got a little spot there where the paper folds together. Can make your tags and such a little easier to get in and out of there. Let's see, actually, if I cut this down, this could be a tag inside of here. So let's do that. Just trimming this little bit of excess off the sides. My trimmer does not fit on screen very good. Let's see, does that fit in there this way? It does. Okay. So you're not really going to be able to see much of the design because we've got this gold and silver flake here, but that's okay. And I think I'm just going to cut a little bit off the bottom because it's sticking out. Actually put this piece over here. That would be fun. That was just the piece I just cut off down here. I can put that there and we'll put a little tab. Okay, so we need a tab. Here's a tab. Do I want that big? I don't know. Let's see what it looks like with just a little one. It's a little tab for such a big tag, but I think it kind of works. Let's see. Let's try this bigger one. We lose much of our pen when we do like that. Let's see here. I want this to just kind of go right there. Okay, so let's ink this first real quick. We'll just put I've got some white edges around there. Rusty Hinge seems to be the perfect color for this paper. This again is Graphic 45 paper. It is unfortunately a retired collection, but I have been enjoying using it for my stash here. If you look into this collection, it's called, I think it's Communique or something. It has all kinds of phones and pens and different ways to communicate, which is really cool. It also has like movie, film stuff, cameras, typewriters. It's been really fun. I love it. Love it. Okay, so we're gonna glue this guy. I think I have a little piece of lace that would go really great right there with this other paper. So, oops. I just want to slip this back into the pocket and we'll see exactly where to put this tab. There we go. Straighten it out a little bit and then it can just fit right in here. I think that is actually pretty great. Okay. So let's see. I've got a little piece of this and ink, a little piece of this, and hopefully that will turn up something kind of cool. Let's see here. And I wanted to use this, so let's do, this can kind of hang over here just a bit. And we can put this, and we'll put that lace in there. And I think that will be pretty great. And let's see, let's get rid of that. Can tear that actually. And this one, just tear down here. Let's see, how's that doing? And that will probably need to be just a little smaller, but I think it's going to be perfect in here. Little cluster, and we'll put a button there. Do a little bit of some ink on here. Wow, it's funny, this turned out nothing like I thought it would, but I actually am really loving it. Okay. Let's put some ink on this one too, just to kind of muddy it up a little bit. Now glue it down. This is like perfect for when you have these little like windows, so when I turned it inside out, that meant I don't really have to worry so much about the edge and defining the edge of the window itself. We can just have this fun texture here, and then we can glue the lace in our picture and put a little button down there, and I think this is really fun. So we'll put some glue here. And this dries clear, so no need to worry about it being white right now. Will dry clear. I think this is just a really fun texture to add to this pocket. And you can wrap this lace around the bottom if you want to. Just kind of carry it through. I think I might just do that rather than snip it off. We'll just leave it there. Then I've got some buttons, and we can add a fun button. We could even add 2 buttons if we really wanted to. Let's see, this one is kind of brown and fun. Another one like that? No, of course not. Let's see, maybe we could add a black one or 2. This bag is, I got at an antique store. Just some vintage antique buttons. Let's see. I think most things are better in 3s. Let's see what it looks like with 3. It's kind of interesting. Or we could put them up here. Nope, I think I kind of like it better down here. So those buttons are totally different, and I think that's fun. It's part of its charm. It's just old and vintage. Like these pens. I love these little ink fountain pens. So let's go ahead and see how this glue, how this glue does. Maybe I want it this way. This is Nuvo glue. I've just been using this. It seems to work really well for everything I've been trying to glue. I had these all upside down because I was really enjoying the dome shape, but I think it's easier to glue this way. Whoops. Boy, my hands are not cooperating with me tonight. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so we're going to set this one aside to dry. We'll see if those buttons hold with this glue. If not, we'll add a little bit of some hot glue and that will keep those buttons on there. But I think that's really cool and fun. We've got our fun little journaling card here that just pops right out. We've got some fun colors and textures going on. So we'll set this one to dry and we'll do them with glitter. So here's the last one that I'm going to do for today. I've got it opened up here. And I'm going to use this Nuvo Pure Sheen glitter. And we're just going to pour a little bit. This will be like another way of making a sparkle window. Or, I mean, this won't shake, but if you like the glittery look, we'll just pour it in there, and then we'll take this tape and just tape right over it so it seals it in there. Probably need 2 pieces, and look at that, it's grabbed a piece of foil from before. That's all right. And that is going to lock that glitter in there, so we're not making a big glittery mess. I just poured a little bit in there. And we're just going to tape right over it. Now you can use a brayer or you can use your hand just to kind of smear this in here. And trim out the edges here. Cut off our little stowaway foil. Same with this one. Okay, so you can kind of see we've got this glitter in there. Clean up our excess there. And we still could go in and put in just a little bit of some foil, the flakes if we wanted to, or we can just glue it up and call it good. So I think I am just going to glue it up this way. I'm going to put some glue just down on the bottom here. Now you will need a glue that's able to glue right over that tape. Just seal it back up there. And you can kind of see it sparkling the light there. I think once we put something in there, we'll be able to see it just a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece of this. Actually, I think that piece right there is gonna do it perfectly. Pull this up just a little bit so it's just a little shorter than what our pocket needs. And we can tear these edges if we want to. I just kind of want to see what it looks like in here. I'm not going to notch this one, I don't think. So we've got like some, almost looks like little paint blots in there. So we're gonna go ahead and get this all inked up, of course. I'm going to splatter some Rusty Hinge on there. So the other half of the envelope is relatively easy to deal with. We're just gonna go ahead and ink these, and then we'll make some extra pockets. I did put a couple little notches just to save us a little time here. And I am going to go ahead and speed this up so you don't have to watch the same process over. So now all we need to do is just glue these down. Go ahead, and this one I'm just going to go ahead and glue the whole thing down. I kind of wanted those stamps that I put at the end to look like they were being something written from these pens. So I want to make sure I try to glue those so that it looks just like I was hoping it would. Kind of like the pens are just writing their little inky heart out. I love that. So this is just a cute little pocket. And we can put a journaling card or a tag or whatever we want in there. And then this one is going to be a double pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue around the edges and the bottom of this one. And we'll use the envelope as a pocket. And then also this little pocket here in front. And it has these cute little lines here from the post office, but we could also add some more if we chose to. Yes, I think I like that, so we'll go ahead and do that now. These are just the ink tank bottles. I think they're so cool. There we go, looks like some blots of ink or something fun. And then this one we'll glue as a double pocket as well. So we'll just go around the sides and the bottom on this one too. And I do actually have a tag for this one, but I forgot to ink it up here. So now this one can go in here or in here, just like this. I think that's really awesome. So here is this one and this one. So just out of those junk mail envelopes, we were able to make some really great pockets, 6 pockets, and that only used up 3 of my envelopes. And I have this whole big stack here, so I think I'm going to be making these for a little while, but they're so fun, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. We'll give it a big thumbs up, like and share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I am getting so close to 3K and can't wait to celebrate that with you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have enjoyed these pockets and will make some of your own. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.